Get behind it. Get behind it. Get behind it. On your right. On your right. Go to the right. Chase over the enemy. Don't ever choose the book. You try to play like a book. So he's like a book. Squonk, seven, squonk, 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 full. Squonk, 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 squonk. I was just finna say, man, them folk kill me. I ain't put no trash in the street all the time I've been around out here. Man, that shit crazy. Somebody love their phone right here, bro. Look at this shit. I'm gonna walk straight past it. Try to leave a honey bun on the bed, man. And I still ain't throw no trash in the street. That's your phone, bro. That's crazy, man. Pick that phone up, the folk know you got it. That's your phone, bro. Hey, that nigga pick the phone up. Joe Walker, you know that shit. Alright, that's enough, man. I was thinking about I just walked to the store and I was thinking about all the stuff, what I used to do and how I used to live until I got to this point. In the beginning I only, just was doing whatever I could and, I respected people's boundaries and, I thought about how when, I used to drive and I never threw no trash out the window because I respected certain boundaries, and I know I couldn't do more than what I can do. So I never knew I was in a blind, and I couldn't depict what was gonna happen, what might happen, and you know I can only do whatever I can, and I can only do it with whatever I have within me, and I, have to respect people boundaries and, sometimes, people use Jedi tricks and, they can read my mind and they can do things, to make me do, you know, reaction or respond to they manipulation. They try to distract me, whenever I'm thinking or whenever I'm trying to come up, explain a situation, they probably, ride by real fast or, do something to manipulate my confidence into fear. And sometimes it irked me, and I can only do certain, so much. And they get happy when I'm, seem like I'm unintelligent or ain't smart enough, to make it look a certain way. But I always been on point. I know how to register my works. I copyright my music. They gonna turn a blind eye towards the things that I do good. But it's like an arbitrary political system. It's so crazy. I swear to God. But I was just thinking about, I was just walking from the store, and I was just, I get rejected. I'm alone. I can't do nothing but sitting here alone by myself and just be manipulated by people, on the outside. And they probably try to make it look like I need to be in a crisis center. I'm schizophrenic, but I'm not. Um, these folks stealing my music. I'm deprived of my ego, and I get rejected, and I feel unconfident. So my speech, may be impaired. I might have a little speech impediment, but you know, I just do what I can do. Not to make myself look like a fool that I'm already put myself into, and they just hook me up to a truck, and I ain't trying to pull it. I ain't trying to pull that truck, so they gon' it's way deeper than what I'm saying. Like, this shit get real. This shit do get real as hell. This shit get real, like, for real, real. But I ain't never know what was gonna happen. From the beginning. I never knew what was going. I ain't know what to expect. So with their manipulation, they can change the narrative of the story and make it look good to their perspective, good to outlook of the public's realm. And there's nothing that I can do about that. Because I'm poor, and I can't afford a lawyer, so they can do whatever. When you broke, people can handle you any type of way. They can do whatever with you. As your, it's up to you, to make your smart in yourself, to educate yourself. And that shit be dirty as hell. Like, you should see the shit. Like, they don't want me to make a good beat. Like, you can see like how they sabotage shit, bro. Like, I got computers, I got two iMacs in the closet that, that broke on me. So, the computer right here, it cut off by itself. And they'll blame it on, you got a virus or malware or something, to make it look a certain way. But if you see what I, if you know what I know, then you'll know, like, that shit really crazy. But I just got to try to explain it to the point where I don't look like, I'm schizophrenic. So even just saying that make me look schizophrenic. But even being in here, isolated, you know, that's dangerous. So isolation is, a way they can manipulate you and make you look a certain way. And me just walking to the store, and I was just, I'm just really just, I'm just, just doing random thoughts, to myself, and I'm just speaking aloud, and you can hear the cars just rhyme by real fast. Like, I just gotta ignore it and act like I don't see or I don't hear it. So they can make it look whatever way they want to. Like, and I was just thinking, like, if these folks, do something to, make me feel like I gotta, be, in a grave or some more whatever. I don't even want to speak on the stuff that I see every day, and that's wrong, man. That's real wrong, man. Like, I did all this, whatever I done, all this they stole from me and the music. Like, you wouldn't even believe it because the way I look and, the way I'm set up and, like, where I'm at, like, out of a billion and millions of people and shit. Like, damn, like how this shit get up on me? Like, damn, what the fuck? But I was just thinking, like, I never threw out a piece of trash because this shit is so crazy, man. Like, damn, man. I know people who know they know, but I never threw out a piece of trash. Like, damn, like all the time I respected, like I respected people boundaries. So it wasn't only just me. Sometimes people use Jedi. Like I said, they use Jedi mind tricks, and people cuss you out, or probably call you see your teeth crooked, or they probably do some manipulative stuff. To have a thought in your head that you have crooked tooth, and it's so crazy, like how people judge you, and they get away with it and verbal abuse you, and it's nothing you can do but sit and just take it, and you just try to get through it and ignore it. So you do all this. Like, if you can see what I see, man, that shit don't make no sense, man. It don't, man. That shit crazy, man. But, I'll just try my best to be, formal and, respectful.